Hello, Matthew Williams here. Just a quick video to show the unboxing of the Mavic Zoom, which has just arrived. So let me see if anyone is in. Yeah, let's see if they're in. Probably some. Right, let's get the chat up. One watching. Okay, 12 are now watching. God, it's amazing how you people pick up on these things. Hello, Super Pop Bro, Leon Barrow, Jess Matthews, Keith Potts, Lost Souls Exploring Dark Corners, Regs Muir Hall, OMG Exploring, Vacant Haven. Oh yes, there we are. Kernow. Yep. Well, just about 5 minutes ago, I had a knock on the door, and this puppy was put through the letterbox. So it's yeah. Be a bit careful in case it has my address on it. Yes, it does. So let's just hide certain things. He says, and let's get into the unboxing. Here we are. Look, unboxing without trying to undoxing. Unboxing without undoxing. Oh. Right. So, by the way, thank you to everyone who donated towards getting this, because that's absolutely amazing. So, ooh, it's in a black box. It's in a black box. Ooh, yeah. Is it in good condition? Well, the box is a bit scuffed. How about the drone? Has the drone seen better days, or is it okay? There it is. Does it have a charge? Yes, it has a 3/4 charge on it. Yeah. Good stuff. And that's the bit that I really want, is the zoom lens. Mavic zoom lens. That's the puppy that really matters, is the zoom lens. So let's just fire this puppy up and see if it talks. Probably will. Probably be fine. But let's just see. Right, I need to get this on. It'll probably have to be bound to the drone, but you never know. They might have actually done that in the factory if we're lucky. So turn that on. Turn this on. And oh, they haven't even put the sticks on. Look, the sticks have to be screwed on. I always leave those on. I don't like taking those off, to be honest. There we are. So yeah, I think it's, there we are. That's the sound of good quality motors. That's so. There he is. Gimbal balanced. Amazing, isn't it? It's absolutely amazing what they can do these days with the technology. So that's at 221 RPM. That's 900 RPM. It says, warning, no prop. Warning, you have no prop. Warning, no prop. Yeah, you're not going to get very far without one of those. Tracy Jackson donated £17. Well, £18, 17.99. Thank you very much. Wow. So that's good. I could connect the phone into it and pair it up, I suppose, and have a look and see whether anything's visible on it. Just make sure. I'll have to take it out and make sure it focuses correctly, because I did buy one once that didn't. Oh, that's the wrong connector on there. Let's take that off. That's the wrong connector. That's for a horrible iPhone. Who'd want something like that? Right. Let's get the right connector on there then. Oh, they sent me some more spare sticks. Didn't know they sent spare sticks. They sent one of their good quality cables, which I like. I'm a fan of those cables. And what we really want is this one, USB-C. Because that's where the world is at, folks. USB-C, not bloody stupid Apple cables, which don't mean anything to anyone. That's where the world is, not Apple. Yeah, the world is doing things other than Apple, and Apple are in a world of their own. Yeah. So let's get that connector on there. Booby dooby doo. Right. No, am I in focus? Let me just check. You always have to start up the Logitech software in order to get the bloody thing to focus correctly, which is typical. Oh, there's the side bit is missing, which is good because I don't like it anyway. But it's actually missing. It's not in there. Let's get this on here. See if this connector is okay. Connecting. Right. Charge only. Yeah. DJI Go app. There we are. There's the app. Go fly. Are we going to see an image? Can you see an image? Yes, we are. Aircraft status. Ta-da. So, it wants me to update it. No, we don't do that. So, I should have the image of my hand now going in front of the lens of the drone. There we are. Yay! So, that all works. There's loads of crap like the sensors are turned on, so I'll immediately have to turn those off. We don't want sensors. Sensors are shit. Bottom auxiliary lighting, auto. Yeah, I normally turn that off. Downward vision positioning, yes. Landing protection. I suppose we can leave that on. Return to home obstacle detection. Yes, if in return to home mode, yes, not too bad. Remote identification. So it's obviously got a very modern firmware on it, which we don't like. We don't like modern firmwares. Right. No, I don't want that. So basic settings, return to home at current altitude. Yeah, no. Basic intelligent flight mode, yes. Return to home altitude, we'll say 100 meters, which will be 300 feet, which is safe. So we prefer that. No, where's that gone then? Just disappeared off. So distance limit, no. Advanced settings, EXP, let's turn that right down to 0.21. Yeah, 0.2, yeah, that'll do. And then we want to go sensitivity, we want to turn the attitude down to about 80 and the braking down to about 80 as well, and the end point for turning down to 50. Gains all okay. Yeah, sensitivity, your end point down 75. No, I want it down at 50. 50. Let's just check that again. Down at 50. Yep. Transmitter. Yeah. Remote controller calibration. We don't need that. Stick mode. Don't need that. Bottom auxiliary lighting. So if I see one, it should turn the light on. Yeah. So turn the light on with that one. For landing and identification to show me where it is. And C2 is going to be the ground switch and FPV mode. I don't really want that. I want it to be camera forward down. Yeah, so if I tilt the image down, I push this button, it'll automatically recenter or go down or recenter, which is good. So those are quite handy. Right, oops, where else we are? HD mode. I don't want it on dual, I want it on 2.4 gigs. Image transmission is HD mode or regular mode. I can have HD mode, I suppose. Yeah, batteries, what are they doing? Yeah, they're all 3.8, 3.8, 3.8, 3.8. That's good. The low battery warning I want at 34. Time to discharge 2 days. Turn that up to 5 days. Details of the batteries. Okay. Gimbal mode. That's obviously too fast up and down. So I'm going to turn that into very slow. So pitch smoothness is going to be like that, and the gimbal speed, the pitch smoothness, I want to go, there we are, up to 28. So when I let go, it slows down gently. There. It'll mean it's a lot better. Turn the actual speed of the thing down as well, so maximum speed is a lot slower. There we go. Gimbal pitch limit, it can go 30 degrees upwards. Cool. Right, anything else? Miles per hour. Cache the video whilst recording, yes. Record audio with video cache. Yeah, why not? Yeah, let's do that. Largest video cache capacity, 5 gigs. Adaptively reduce cache resolution. No. Auto video cache cleanup. Yeah, no, I'll do that. Unlocking license. Unlocking license list. Okay. Full screen mode is single finger. And about tells me what firmware we got. 1.00770. So I'll have to see whether this is one that can be hacked. It looks like it's a fairly modern one, so it probably can't be hacked. Anyway, see what people are saying in the chat. Right, what have we got going on here then, focus-wise? Is this focused? No. It's about right, I think. Okay, let's see what people are saying in the chat. Right, I'm going to turn him off for a minute. There we are. There he is. So, getting nice and warm, as you would expect. So, yeah, I received that quick. Yeah. Well, I suppose it's on a 24-hour delivery. Exploring with Gav, how you doing, mate? Bacon Haven, yeah. Sorted again. Yes, I am indeed sorted. We're upgrading to the same one later this year. Yeah, you won't go wrong with a zoom, to be honest. It's got a non-distorted lens, and you can zoom and zoom and zoom. And remember that the zoom function, which is on this button, which you don't have on the other drones, right? So you've got an up and down button, but this is the zoom, right? So you can zoom in. Now, if you keep it in 4K mode, it only zooms about 4 or 5 times. But if you put it in 1080p mode, right, it'll zoom 20 times. Okay, so the resultant distance benefit you get is just amazing. The quality as well. It's absolutely amazing. I mean, you probably see me zooming into 20 times, and you probably even haven't known that I'm on 2K, not 4K. But I mean, the benefit of it is just amazing. So there we are. What's this back screen? Back screen? Don't know what you mean by that. Back screen question mark. Hello, Urban Legend. He's off to a funeral today. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, mate. I hope you have a good good time getting to the funeral. I hope you don't get any crap getting there. So, the video's gone off. Has it? Oh, sorry. Yeah, it will do that. It'll do that if I'm full screen. There we are. Oh, thanks for telling me. Yeah, right. Yeah, it does do that if I computer's blank. I keep telling them ring me, because when I hear these these little beep beep. I don't know that it's somebody just sending me a message. So you can always give us a ring, mods, if you want, because I don't always pick up on the fact that something's wrong, even though I've got an image on the screen over there which I should be watching for. When I'm reading the chats, I'm not looking over there. So yeah. What causes that is if I've got a full screen. If the screen is full screen where the chat is, it knocks off the camera. So I've got to minimise it slightly so it's not full screen, and then it comes back. Stuck on your phone. Okay. Video's gone. Yeah, that's right. Hey, Matt and Angel. Oh, I see what he means now. Back screen. Yeah. Sorry, now I understand what he means now. Right, video's gone. Yeah, they're all telling me the video's gone. Blank screen. Morning. We're all at a tea party if you show that address. I probably have shown the address because I probably just did it without realising, you know me. Good morning. Tracy Jackson, thank you very much. Donation for the new drone, that's very kind, thank you very much. Yeah, it is a refurbished drone, so it is second hand, but it's gone through DJI certification to make sure that it's all working. So it's a properly refurbished drone, and you save a lot of money with them, to be honest. They're drones that have gone back to the factory, and then they've sent out a new drone to somebody straight away, and then they work on the old drone and fix whatever it needs, and then these can be resold. So yeah, power of crowdfunding. I mean, to be honest as well, you might even find that sometimes these might be practically brand new, and it could have been something like they got sent back because of this controller was not working, not the drone, but it goes back, and there's the drone might be as good as the day it was new, so you just don't know, but they get shipped out like that. So yippee, yes, Stasi84, yeah, that's right. No iPhones here. Yes, reconditionedly, yeah. Tracy Jackson says, I love Apple. Oh yeah, right. Oh dear, oh dear. Better not say too much, then she'll reverse that donation she's just given. Oh dear. We're updating. Yes, Kerno says he's updating to one of these drones. Yeah, certain apps you can't install on Apple OS. Yeah, they don't like you just putting on any old software you want. It has to be software which they approve of. So I hope I've got high Victorian ceilings. Yeah, I'm not taking it off in here. I could do, because the vision system should allow it to fly in a small room, without hitting anything. But yeah, I wouldn't want it to go into the television and smash the TV, so I'm not going to try that. I could try it downstairs, but I'm not going to try it up here. Hi Matt, I've been live for 9 hours. What, Frank Triggs? What, you're live now even? Yeah. Okay. John De Hees, greetings from Belgium. Hello. Anna-Marie Parsons, morning. Yeah, just trying. How many times zoom is it? 20 times in 1080p. But what it does is it uses the whole sensor when it zooms. So you do get a very good image, even though it's zoomed in. And I've seen side-by-side comparisons. What they've done is they've said, right, what looks better? A Mavic 2 in 4K or a Mavic 2 in 2K zoomed in 2 times. Yeah, what looks better? And it was actually the Mavic Zoom was better, because even though there's a 4K image, it's the way it uses the sensor to zoom in. So basically, I think if you zoomed in digitally on the Mavic 2, even though it was in 4K, so it's got all those 4K pixels, if you digitally zoom in Premiere or something like that and look at a smaller area, if you zoom to that same size, so it's probably like 4 times, right? 4 times in on the zoom. So you're using the internal digital zoom. It cleans up the image as well. So the cleaned up digitally zoomed image is better quality than the 4K pixels on the Mavic Pro 2, which is supposed to have the 1-inch sensor, more pixels, and a better quality sensor. But if you zoom in, say, you know, like on a boat in the distance in Premiere, and you zoom in physically on the drone, right, the image is better. Which, so there we go. It's got special technology for cleaning up the image, and it is very, very good. I use it in 2K mode, and I use the 20 times zoom, and it's really, really good. So there we are. So I'd like to thank everybody for getting a replacement of this for us. And also, in case anybody didn't realise, we did a live stream last night where we were trying to get some love for Mr. Taffy, because he has a drone deficiency, and his drone, oh, balls, went off the screen I wanted to be in then. And flight controller serial number. Okay, hang on. I just wanted to do this or this. That's it. I wanted to take a screen grab so I can have a look at the firmware, what firmware it's on, and see in what way it can be hacked, if at all. I doubt it can be hacked at all. It's probably on the latest firmware. If I'm not mistaken, it probably will be. So let's have a look at No Limits drones and see what... let's have a look. I think it's probably a very new firmware, that. So let's have a look. The compatibility guide for the Mavic Pro zooms. Yeah, 0770 is basically one of the newest type of firmware, and you can hardly do anything to it. The only thing you can do is a speed boost, so you can make it faster, and you can do a signal boost. Oh, signal boost's not bad. Signal boost would be all right, you know. So you could, but you can't get rid of the no-fly zones. But you can do a signal boost. That's interesting. I tended to find that it wouldn't do anything with my other one. So they said it could, and it didn't. So yeah, you can't get rid of the altitude, height stuff. Yeah, basically you can't get rid of the height restrictions at all. Yeah, and you can't go backwards now on these firmwares. You can't put them back to factory 01001, you know. So what else can you do if you get it back? You can get the signal boost. Can you downgrade? No. Yes, only from 0400. That's provided. Yeah, you can't do it because of anti-rollback software that DJI have included now, so you can't roll it back. Yeah, so I bet it's been put onto the latest bloody firmware, which is unfortunate, but there we go. What can you do? So yeah, I'm doing a house cleanup today because I've got the landlady coming round. So I am doing my good bit to clean up the house. You can actually see the work surfaces now in the kitchen, which is like an amazing thing that doesn't happen very often in my place. So yeah, I'm probably going to take this out a bit later on, and we shall find out how it's doing. But I can't see. Oh yeah, I was going to say, where are the blades? I was going to say I can't see any blades, but yeah, they are. There's the blades. Oh yeah, two are free and 2 are in a plastic bag. So I don't know why 2 need to be free and 2 need to be in a plastic bag, but there we go. Oh, hang on, there's more. So there's 4 free and 2 spare in a plastic bag. There we are. What's this then? Oh, don't know. It's just a little spacer. What's all this crap? Mavic 2 instruction manual. Yeah, we don't need that. We're beyond that these days. Although I do recommend to everybody else they read an instruction manual. I think I'm a little bit beyond that now. Yeah. So there's the blades. Let's get the blades on there then. So you know which way they go round, because if it doesn't have a little white circle on it, it means it's the black bits, and if it has a white circle, then it's the white one, so that'll go on that one, and they just won't physically fit on if you don't have the correct color coding. So they go on. Oh, it's a bit stiff. Oh, because I got it on the white one. It won't go on if you put it on the wrong one. So there we are. That's proof it doesn't do it. So you can only put them on the right correct one. So then you try and pull it off and twist. That's good. The white one will go on the white marks there. See the little white marks? And that's got a little white circle on it. So that denotes that one. So there we are. You should always try and make sure you can't pull them off afterwards. So there we are. So that's that. So, and then we go for these ones, which will be that will be a white one. So I've got to put the black one on the black side, which is black over here. So there we go. There's the blades are on, and try and see whether you can get it off. No, I can't. You've got to make sure that the springs are working, because the springs push up against the blades and then stop them being able to be pulled off. So the spring's working on that one. So there we are. So that's that. So put the arms and the legs up as you do, and pull this in, and pull the other side in. Da-da-da-da. And hey presto, uno drone. So where's the? I was going to say, where's the little cover? There's the cover. So there's the cover. So he's all back on. Never fly with the cover on, by the way, folks. Right? I mean, you know, some people think that you can fly with this little thing on. It's not optical glass; it's plastic, so the image is going to look shit. B, this is designed for air to go through, because air goes through and cools the drone. So you're not meant to fly with this on, because the drone back here is relying on air coming through, and if you have this cover on, it doesn't get heat coming through the fins and out through the vent ports at the back, you know, which keep it cool. So don't fly with the plastic cover on. Very naughty. Very, very naughty. So there we go. I will be out with that in a bit. But for the moment, we are going to say we're going to get back to doing some of our work. So we're going to have to get back to cleaning the house, which is very boring. But I've got to try and impress the landlady. So there we are. Okay, folks. Well, let's just check the comments before we go. Where are we? Right. Let's scroll back a bit. Scroll back. Yeah, second hand is okay as long as you check the drone out, and that's immaculate. There's no scratches or anything on the body, so it's absolutely immaculate. I can't see any marks at all, including on the controller. I mean, you know, I cannot see any signs of it ever being used, which is why I say a lot of these they're probably like purchased. Somebody moans about it, sends it back, and it hasn't been used. You know, so a lot of these are coming out and they are, you know, practically brand new. So there we are. Will the DJI work with the old controller? It will do. You have to pair them up though. So you do a binding procedure where you set the thing to transmit a special code, and then you get to the drone and you push the button on the side of the drone, and then they'll link, and that's it. And you can use the old controller. You can use it so that somebody else can do the left, right, and up and down on the flying whilst you're on the camera whilst you're doing the flying. So I could be flying and somebody else could be turning the camera around and having a look. But it's not something I've felt I really need to do, because I can fly the drone, as you've seen, and look at exactly what I'm doing. That's more for like cinematography, where you know you want the pilot to be flying and the cameraman operates the camera. You know, it's a little bit over the top, and if you're a good pilot, you know what you're looking at, and you can point the drone exactly at what you're looking at, and you don't need somebody else to be playing with those controls. Yeah. Tracy Jackson, do I like Hasselblad lenses on a drone? No, they're utter shit. It's utter shit. I cannot believe how crap the lens was. I mean, what it is, DJI bought out the Hasselblad camera company. So they said, oh, why don't we stick the name Hasselblad on the next lens we stick on a drone? Yet the lens is distorted. So it's actually barrel distorted. So it's like, you know, the horizon will bend and curve. It'll curve like that. And that's absolute rubbish, because, you know, all high quality lenses are what is known as aspherical, which means that they remove that distortion through adding extra lenses. So they put more lenses that get rid of that distortion, so everything's flat, right? So it should have had an aspheric lens, but it didn't. So this amazing Hasselblad lens is actually a piece of crap. And that's why I don't like the Mavic 2 Pro, because it's got the Hasselblad lens. It's awful. And then when I come home in Premiere, I've got to anti-distort the image, which means that you're kind of messing with the pixels and you're stretching and blending pixels into each other, which means you're losing resolution. So before you even start, you've got to bugger about with the image, you know, to get it to look straight. And that's just not good. So to be honest, I do not like the Mavic Pro 2. It's got 10-bit color, but it's also got, and it's got a 1-inch sensor, so it can work in lower light. But that lens is a joke. It's an absolute joke. So there we are. Roaming 7765 says, where can you buy one? In shops, mate. On the internet, mate. You're on the internet now. Have you tried Googling? I got this one from eBay, and if you want, I will give you the link to where I got it from. Hang on, you can. I'll see if they've got any still left. Right, so let's see if they've still got any left. Right, I think they have. Limited quantity still available. 679. Right, is the price. And you're getting 520 quid off, and there's a year guarantee with it, so you've still got a year's warranty with this. But what have we got then? I need to put it in here for you, so I'll put the link in the chat for you if you want to get one from the same place. Yeah, and it's certified refurbished, so yeah. Pagan Explorers editing. Yeah, Anne-Marie Parsons, you'd be surprised how easy it is to fly these drones. You're saying, you know, you wish you could fly like that. Well, one way to be able to fly like that is to actually buy a drone and start attempting it, you know. And it doesn't have to be an expensive drone. You can get something like a Mavic Mini second-hand for about 250 quid quite often. And they are perfectly capable of flying and taking some of the footage like I've been taking. You can do that on a Mavic Mini, no problem at all. The only thing it doesn't do is it doesn't fly in higher windy days. Okay, so if you're flying on a nice gentle day, no problem at all. You'll get all the same quality of footage. You'll have a stabilized gimbal. Yeah, so if you want to start small and practice, it'll be just as stable as this drone, just as controllable as this drone. Absolutely, you know, no reason to go spending a lot of money if you don't know if you're going to get into it. But it is easy to fly a DJI drone. Okay, yeah, some people are going to be better than others because of the time they put in or the style of the way they do it. But you know, anyone can really fly a drone. I mean, the guys like Steve, for instance, and Vacant Haven. Vacant Haven picked up a drone for the very first time. I never even showed him how to fly it, and he's basically, right, I'll take off, and then he's like trying shots, you know, trying different types of shots himself. Like I'll slide sideways, I'll go upwards and backwards, and all this sort of stuff. And you know, within days of not intensive training, but within a couple of days, he's producing shots that are, you know, comparable with the quality that I'm doing. What I tend to do that the others don't do is I fly fast into objects, and sometimes I go low, or it can appear that I'm very close to objects flying fast, but I'm not actually close to them. I'm safely quite high up, zoomed in. but it makes it look like as if I'm right next to a building going zoom along, and people are like, how the hell's he doing that? And it's like, because I'm zoomed in from a safe distance. And yeah, you won't catch me zooming along at high speed next to buildings unless there's a very good reason to do it, because you risk hitting wires, unseen wires, and it can easily happen. So yeah, that's why I like the zoom, so you can zoom in from a distance. But there we go. Am I moving, or yeah, it's just to check. So the landlady's coming over to just have a check the house out. So yeah, I don't know. She might have plans for me. I don't know, like get out or something. But do you need a license to fly that drone? You don't need a license. You just need you have to pay a fee, and you have to sit a test to see that you're competent. But it's not really a license. It's not a license per se. People call it a license, but it's just a registration, and you have to sit a competency test. But that's it, just to show that you seem to know what you're talking about. Because a lot of people just want to, turn them on and go flying, and they don't know what the height is that you're meant to fly at. They don't know how close you got to be to people, or far enough away. So it's just a competency to make sure that you know the legal rules about drone flying, so you don't just go, I got a drone, let's fly it right up that girl's arse crack, and you don't do things like that. So yeah, basically. Yeah, Nathan Wings is based in WSM. What's that? Weston-super-Mare? WSM? Wish I had the balls to go to some of these places. Yeah, you need the test over 250 grams. Yeah, that's right. There we are. When you have to urbex your own flat. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, £9 for registration and 40 questions, and then you're supposed to display your registration number on the drone. Personally, I don't bother with any of that, because I've done a commercial drone pilot's license, which is quite involved, and I've got a pilot's license. I've got a commercial drone pilot's license. It's called permission to fly, which is pseudo license. So considering I've gone to those lengths to do this, I don't see the need to go through the bullshit of doing the silly little 40 questions test and registering the drone. I can't be asked. And I wrote to the CAA, and I literally put it to them like that. I said, look, I'm a commercial drone pilot, right? I'm registered with you. Why do I have to go through jumping through the hoops to do the amateur test when I'm already a full professional? Why do I have to do the amateur test? It's stupid, and I'm not going to do it. It's a waste of time and money. So I just said, if you don't like it, you know where I live, come and get me. And they literally, that was it. They didn't bother writing back, but they know exactly that I'm just like, no, I'm not doing it. But all I can say is, for all of you out there that are probably not experienced, it might be a good idea that you do the test, because you don't understand a lot of the things to do with the air law. So don't necessarily act like I do, because I have got different training. Yeah, so I've got much higher level of training than most people would have. So it doesn't really, you're not going to cut it with the police and the CAA if they catch you without a license, if you can't say, well, sorry guys, like, I'm up here in terms of experience, why do I need the silly petty license? It's pathetic. So or registration rather, why do I need it? So could you piggyback your drone by flying it from a microlight? Well, you wouldn't want to try and launch a drone out of a microlight traveling at 40, 50 or 60 miles an hour, because the drone wouldn't start up very well if you're traveling at that speed. And you wouldn't want to try and launch a drone from a car or a boat, because it's ugly. I've tried it. When you're trying to launch from a moving vehicle, it's very ugly, right? And it can be very unpredictable what the drone does, and it can come at you, it can launch and shoot at you. Okay, so I would not recommend trying to launch a drone from any type of moving vehicle. Okay, it's not good unless you've got a lot of face protection on, like a full face mask. Yeah, I wouldn't even entertain the idea of trying it. Yeah, because you'll see what it does. It acts very skittish when you do it. So there we are. But there we are. And I tried it on a boat, and it was not easy at all, and it was definitely not easy to get the drone back as well. What's this saying then? Calendar StreamYard. What? What? Doesn't mean anything. Oh, Debbie says we're watching you now on YouTube. How do we comment on there? There's a little chat thing on the side. So you click on chat, and there's a chat window comes up down the side, and you can, yeah. So who's been trying to ring me on unknown numbers? Quite a lot of people, and they don't leave messages. Yeah. So funny that, isn't it? Yeah, all those people who try ringing my number and then realise if I don't know your number, I don't answer. And if your number is on the blocked list, it automatically gets dumped. And if you're ringing from a withheld number, the number is automatically dumped. So, yeah, you will not get through to me unless I know who you are. So there we go. Yeah. Yeah, Kerno says we've not tried launching from a boat yet, but you will do. Oh, yeah, yeah. Well, the thing is as well, when the drone turns on, it likes to be on a level surface in order to check its sensors. So when you turn a boat on, or when you turn a drone on a boat, and it's going like this, right? It's already getting swayed around, and so its sensors don't calibrate correctly. That's number one, right? And then when you try to take it off, if you're moving on that boat, if the boat is moving forward, oh boy, that drone in your hand when you start it up, it'll be like that, and you're like, oh shit, what's going on? And you don't know whether you should let it go or not, and it's going absolutely crazy, and you've got to kind of like and put the stick up and then just throw it, and it's not easy. It's not easy. I would recommend definite face protection if you're going to try it, because it will scare the shit out of you. So there we go. And you don't want to get your face cut up by the blades or lose an eye. So there we are. All calling because screen went dark. Okay. Right, so I'm going to head off now and continue to do boring cleaning work, which I really don't want to do, but the clock is ticking for when landlady's going to come over, so I've got to make a little bit of effort. So, okay then, folks, we'll catch you later. You take it easy, and yeah, you live in Somerset, Tasmania, Debbie says. Yes. Yeah, well, you've got a lovely area out there. I was watching footage on, was it Tasmania? And they were looking at wombats and saying how friendly they were and all the rest of it. So I was watching a thing on wombats yesterday, and they look really cute, you know. So, yeah, get your drone out and you can film the wildlife on Tasmania. There we are. Yeah, sorry to have lost your drone. And yeah, good kindness that we got back. Yes, thanks again, everybody. Thank you very much for your kind donations. That's amazing. And oh, by the way, Taffy, I said, why not give it a go, Taffy? Because he's in a situation where all his money goes towards the kids and the family, and he's got very little money to spend on himself. And he managed to crash his drone, which he obviously saved up a lot of money for his drone, like over £1,000, and he had a crash, and his crash meant that he hasn't had a drone since April time, and he always used to take his drone out when he was doing explores. And I said, well, look, I've just managed to get mine. Why don't you see if your fans want to help you out? And yesterday, since he put the thing up, he managed to get £300 towards his drone. So he's quite close to the possibility of being able to get a drone. He wants to get a Mavic Pro instead of the Mavic Pro Zoom or like the one I've got. But you know, if he wants to get the platinum, he could get one for about 400 quid. So he's so close now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put the thing for his GoFundMe. Um, fund me. Um, where is he? Where is he? Not Lost Drone in the Sea, but it's where's it gone now? Hang on, folks. Hang on, this is going to go a bit crazy. Yeah, as I said it would, because I'd lose the image. Let me see if I can find where his thing is with the fundraiser. Here we are. Please help me get another drone. It is called. And if anybody wants to donate to Mr. Taffy to help him get his drone back, right? Where's the chat just gone? I've lost it now. See, I just said bloody right. There's the chat. Right, there we are. So this is the thing for Taffy's, right? So nobody needs to donate any more to me because I've obviously got this. But if you're feeling like, you know, you want to show some love, Taffy is pining for the fact that he managed to crash his drone. And there we go. There we are. So you can help him out. And what is he actually up to now? Let me just have a look because I didn't check how much he was donated. 120, but he had another 100 given to him in PayPal and another 50, another 30 on PayPal, and somebody's going to give £50 in cash. So it's about 300 quid total he's got at the moment, even though it shows 120 on the GoFundMe. He's actually got some money in the background. So there you go, folks. That's yeah, that's me done. I'm going to say goodbye now, and thank you very much again for all the help in getting this drone out. So I will be testing it just to make sure the focus works, because that is something I had on one drone I bought. I bought a drone, and when you click the focus, one side of the image would be in focus and the other would be out of focus. And if you click that side of the image, that side would be in focus and that side was out of focus. So clearly the lens wasn't mounted square. So I had to send that one back. And that was a bit of a sad thing. But, you know, I've got to check that all the functions on the drone are working. So I've got to make sure, send it up and do a test flight. So we will be trying that sometime later on. So there we go, folks. Thank you very much for all your help, and we shall catch you soon on the next edition of The Secret Vault. Goodbye. Goodbye, and thank you in chat, and thank you for all the donations.